Cheers.
Hello and welcome to JabberJaw. I'm your host, Jessica Dawson Collier, and with me, as always, is Tyson Wheeler Dynas and Matthew David Smith. Guys, welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. How are ya?
Hey,
Oh,
Smith.
Matt, we lost you.
We can't hear you.
We could just a second ago.
We could,
But
just a second.
I'm just like a dumbass on my Zoom meetings when I have my mic. What am I talking about? Nobody uses Zoom anymore. Oh my god, what is this?
I thought they went bankrupt.
I think nobody uses Zoom anymore. Those poor bastards. Like they were rocking into.
We do it at my place of work.
Do you really? You're
Yeah.
not a wow. Oh yeah. See, we've everyone's.
And there have been many updates I'm not happy about. That's a whole conversation.
I'm sure there's all kinds of crazy shit you can do with your background and like I don't know, like.
Oh, I like having like the beach background with like the palm trees that wave because people get lost in it and they'll just stare at my little thumbnail and I'm like, I know it's nice, right? It's relaxing. Helps distract from the shit show.
It's been a minute since I've been at work, but sorry everybody. But
rub it in, Tyson. No, it's fine.
Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that. That's gonna make everybody angry. Anyway, the thing is, like so the corporate people use Zoom and the local people use just the Microsoft whatever
Teams,
Teams,
yeah,
right?
Teams, yeah.
And they each have different abilities and backgrounds, and then you have to but like everybody in corporate just hides if they're not a CEO of something, and everybody on the Teams thing does. They take a picture of their background, which is weird, like their office. They take a picture of their office and then they put it up. And I don't.
Yeah,
and then
most
like
people
sit
do that.
in front of it.
I
have not seen this.
Yeah.
Oh
Take a photo of their background and then put it up just in case some shit happens. It makes no sense to me. Like I mean, I get it. It's like
I get it, because especially like people with kids. Like I've been on so many Zooms where like their kids run in naked or like their husband's just walking by in his underwear or like vice versa. Like there's all kinds of shit going on. So
that's what I
understand
assume. Anytime somebody has that blurry background effect, I just assume some crazy shit's going on in the background. It's really not.
I'm not going to ask, really but I respect it.
There's some gross, disgusting stuff happening behind you. We can't show us. So unblur yourself.
I do like when it's blurred, but you can kind of see a little bit of the background. Yeah. So like, for example, there's somebody on my team who's definitely a hoarder. And I was like, what is happening back there? That's not good.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hoarders are definitely the benefactor of that technology right there. It's just like, it's all clean because it's blurry.
Why do I have 16,000 copies of the National Enquirer? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. My grandmother had them.
I need them.
I need them.
My grandma used to hoard those. I fucking love those things. Like I was reading like National Enquirer, I remember that, and then I remember when we do projects in grade school, we'd make collages and shit because we didn't have computers and calculators and pens and pencils and paper back in my day. We had old copies of National Enquirer. I remember reading about the Jessica Hahn affair in the third grade because we were going that was what we had for pictures of there was no filter. It was just that's how I got my news back in the day.
Me too. My grandparents had National Enquirer delivered every week. My grandma, so she had two publications, Reader's Digest and National Enquirer. Could not be two different things in the world. And and I used to love it because in the back they'd be like 55 stamps for a dime, and I'd be like, yes, 55 stamps for a dime, I'm in. And I would I would just go there and just scour those things for just fucking stamps. I don't know why I wanted stamps.
I mean, every once in a while, she was I think she subscribed to the National Enquirer, but every once in a while, the Star or maybe even the Weekly World News would make it. Because I'm guessing my hope is that there was such an appealing headline that my grandmother was just yeah, that's coming home with me. When the National Enquirer was getting a little blasé, you'd get that kind of injection of the Star, which was your seedier. Sort of seedier.
Star was more is Pierce Bronson, fucking a Muppet or something like that.
Right.
It was more, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Weekly World News reminds me of So I Married an Axe Murderer, because of course it does.
Of
My
course,
favorite movie of all time. When he's in the kitchen with his mom, who constantly has like a stack of those, and she's like, "These contain facts, like pregnant man gives birth. Fact."
Fact.
Let me show you this thing that I have. The Weekly World News. This is
Oh my god!
this is a collection, and all it has on it are just headlines from the front pages.
Wow,
Oh, that's cool.
They did a Kickstarter years ago.
that is really
and
cool.
I got a very cheap copy. But yes, of course, this is the best one. My favorite headline from Weekly World News of all time: uh, Bigfoot caught in panty raid. That's my favorite one of all time. It's my favorite one of all time. There are better ones, but that's my favorite one of all time. Yeah. But yeah, you're right.
That's
Star
so
was a
good.
little back to Star. Star was more
Star.
salacious than at a certain point. It became more salacious than being National Enquirer.
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a little more. Yeah. I like that, how you could kind of selectively, choose your level of truth that you desire.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same thing we do now. Fox
It
News,
is absolutely, yeah.
CNN,
It is exactly
and
the same.
PBS.
And PBS, right? Goddamn poor old PBS, trying the same old shenanigans for 80 years. Oh yeah,
yeah, just that truthful
just that
bullshit.
straight up truth.
Just actual
take it or leave it. Mostly
Yeah.
people leave it. No. I remember telling there was some guy I had at a meeting at LSA once, and he's like, I made some comment about PBS, and he's like, God, I hate PBS, and I was just like, oh, you got a truth allergy, and it just kind of slipped out. He just gave me this death stare. Yeah, it was the guy that does redistricting.
Amazing.
It was the guy that does redistricting for the Republicans, so that guy's on board.
Yeah.
But I just death stare, like, oh yeah,
it's a good burn. I like it.
I will say though, like the National Enquirer did have like 3. If you took the time to look through it, and I did, because when you're young, time moves way slower than it does when you're older.
True. That's true.
So you have nothing to do, and so I would sit through it every couple weeks when we went to stay, hang out with grandma. I'd read through the whole thing, but there would be one thing about UFOs or Bigfoot in there, just a small thing.
Yeah,
just a small thing,
but something.
Yeah. And you'd be like, oh, there it is, And then, like, I mean, I can't tell you how many dumb times I took a note card. A note card, those note cards? Remember those?
3x5?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then
God.
I would tape a quarter and a nickel to it, and I would address it.
Where's this going?
God dang it, Tyson.
And I would send it. I would send it to the Franklin Stamp Company, and they would send stamps to me. And in the idea that you would be one of those people that would just buy more stamps, ideally ones that actually cost anything, but more than 30 cents.
It's fun. I've totally forgotten about that. But didn't they give you? I know I did this at least once or twice, but then they would just send you a bunch of random ass old canceled stamps, I
just went back on this thing.
You're back.
Earlier this year. I actually signed up for this thing again this year.
Wow, Tyson.
I spent $11. They sent me 3,000 stamps because I just wanted to get some stuff to do collage with stuff, or whatever. And and now I'm on their fucking mailing list again. And so I love it. I mean, I love stamps. I do love stamps.
Are they all? They're from all over the world too, right? Or at least they used to be. Yeah.
They're all from all over the world.
It's a magical. Cool. That's 3,000 stamps for $11. There's not a lot that will buy you that. Yeah. That's a great value for your money.
But it's so stupid because I was like, this is fun. And then they send me emails and they're like, we have an upside down, whatever. And it's like, it's very rare. There's only 17 of them, and we'll sell it to you for $300. And I'm like, no, give me 10 grand or 10,000 stamps for, 55 bucks. I'm happy with that. Yeah. And then I get them and I'm like, what am I going to do with those goddamn stamps? So I stopped immediately, but I still get the stuff. I'm going to still get the stuff. So,
it's the only thing Tyson gives at Christmas is a bunch of stamps.
All this shit, just right next to me is all these things have worked into our conversation somehow.
Bounty of random over there.
Your
and I like it.
your entertainment by mail options are increasingly more limited. So I'm glad you're still embracing, because I miss good mail, like fun mail. I don't get fun mail anymore. I get like worrisome fake mail that's not really worrisome, but it appears to be worrisome. I mean, real worrisome mail, and neither one of them are fun.
Listen. I'll send you this later. All you got to go to Kenmore Stamps and order $5 worth of stamps. They will continue to send these things until you die. So I mean,
fantastic.
And it's fun. It's fun mail. It's fun mail. It is fun mail.
Is this a plug for you, Tice, this week?
I guess it is.
It kind of is, yeah.
If you I've been inundated. I'm sure you guys. That's not the word. Anyway, inundated.
I think they have like a
inundated.
They have like a non-trad family, as the promotion. Like there's like two dads.
Oh my god!
If you go to their website, the pop-up, it's two dads. One of them has a mustache, so it's checking out. And there's like a redheaded daughter and a Chinese daughter, or Asian. I don't know definitively. So good for them. They're it's for everybody. I think that's what it's telling you.
It is for everybody, apparently.
I mean, mostly I've just been getting political bullshit. I mean, I don't know if you guys get them. We get tons of them. Flyers to being like, vote for this, vote for this, vote for this. This guy's a liar. This guy's a liar. Do you guys get those?
Yeah, lots of flyers, lots of sign up for this credit card.
Yeah, lots of that.
Incessant.
Yeah. I learned it. I may have mentioned this before, but I learned a little trick, and it's if you look at the and this works every time. I've been testing this for years. If you look at the type of postage in the upper right hand corner, and it says first class pre-sorted mail, it's bullshit. Anything that says pre-sorted on it is just not a real mail to you.
Okay.
So if you see that in the corner, you're okay. If you don't see in that corner, or worse, if there's an actual stamp on it, you're probably fucked. Because that means somebody took the time.
Not good.
My favorite mail, and I've actually saved these for the last 5 or 6 years, is the birthday card I get from my insurance agent. That is
that's so sweet.
Yes,
they send an actual birthday card.
The time to it's no auto sign. It's none of that. Ross he signs that shit. So birthday wishes to me.
That's funny.
And,
that's the shit that I got from. Oh man, I don't even know if I should talk about this on the show. I'm going to. So Edward.
Those are the stories I like.
No, oh yeah. Well, I'm talking to a financial advisor, Edward Jones in Hayes America. I will not say who. But she sent me a packet of bullshit. Literally, it's signed to me, and it's just crap mail in this packet. And I'm like,
oh no,
Dad, are you sure I should work with this woman? Are you sure? I'm a little nervous. It's so old school. Oh my god, it's a whole other thing.
That is actually pretty scary.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the personalized mail. If I see any handwritten, if it's not from my grandma, I'm concerned.
That is literally how Jonas was when he handed it to me. He's like, "This is handwritten."
What
I'm
is
like,
this?
Yeah, I've made a huge mistake. Gotta stop taking recommendations. I love my dad. Love you, Dad. I don't think he listens to this, but I'm nervous. Yeah.
I just looked up to see how much it would cost to buy an auto sign machine, back in the day that they used to have for presidents.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to have one of those.
I would too. They don't have them. I'm sure
they
don't.
Unavailable.
I'm sure they're $50,000, because they don't make them.
Oh, yeah.
We should have stolen that one out of the Ohio State House when they had the opportunity.
You're
that
right.
Was a sweet one. That was awesome.
Did you guys think about it? Was this a
conversation?
No. Oh, okay.
No. I mean, it would have been pretty difficult to pull off. Not the most of, but assassinating someone would probably have been easier than stealing that thing. So
it was solid. It was
beautiful. I mean, it was like a desk with this hyper mechanical, it was super neat.
It would have been impossible to get out.
It would have been very difficult to get out. Yeah. We would have had to disguise it as a butler's cart, and I'm scheming.
You're heisting.
I am heisting. Now, the only heist I ever pulled out like that was an attempt to steal the full size Colonel Sanders standee that was in the Kansas KFC. We We
Oh
schemed and we made a
my God.
couple botched attempts to steal that.
Oh,
But we never completed
and if you folded it, it would ruin it. So you had to
That's
get
exactly right. That's
Just
exactly
right.
right.
Yeah.
We talked about
Wow.
this. Yeah, we had to have like a large enough car. But no, we definitely, we even had an inside man for a while. Like we had an
Oh shit.
inside man. No, we
Right.
did. Yeah, yeah.
Really thought about this.
Really would probably be a Netflix documentary series had we been successsual.
That's
But,
true. Yeah.
alas,
Oh
no.
man, that
And
would
now
have
it's
been a
no
great
more.
one.
Now it's no more. No more
Statute of limitations.
two-story KFC down Mexican
Nope.
restaurant. The
Nope.
19th in Hays, Kansas, I believe. 19th Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
you don't want to
somewhere
take
around
left,
that.
you can
It's
go
definitely
right.
around 20. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Well,
It is a lot.
I've not been there. Have either of you been to the two-story Mexican restaurant?
No, I don't trust it. No.
You don't trust it?
Yeah. I don't think I'll go there. I have places to hit, like
That's
Taco
true.
Shop,
That's true.
Jalisco's.
That's
Cancun's actually very good.
Cancun is actually quite good.
I would say maybe better than Jalisco's, and I hate to say that, but the food is kind of good.
And while the other Jalisco kind of knockoff, which I think is actually slightly better than Jalisco's, the L whatever.
Oh yeah, north of I-70, right?
Yep.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the same food, but just a little more attention.
Just a little. It's better. Yeah.
And if you want to go old school,
north of I-70,
absolutely nobody, absolutely no one. Nope. Don't need to go to Walmart. Don't need a new Toyota. Nope, no reason.
Nope, none at all.
Those are for
there is a
travelers.
nice liquor store there now, and they give free samples. And I found this out from my stepmother.
Where
surprise.
Where they put the liquor store at?
It's right in that little complex that's a little bit newer. It's got Fuzzy's Tacos. I think, and
Tebow.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. That barbecue place. Yeah.
Cupcake place.
Over by all of the hotels that are there now.
For years tried to talk my parents into opening a liquor store in that little sort of convenience area where GameStop used to be, because I'm like, they don't sell liquor in Walmarts and in grocery stores in Kansas, and so I was like,
that is actually
what I said.
brilliant.
It's what I said. They could be living in Cancun right now, but no, no.
Your parents would be so sunburned.
That's what they didn't want. They didn't want to run a liquor store. They didn't want to They didn't need their own liquor empire. We didn't know who needs a liquor empire.
Hell no.
We'll leave that to the five families. The five families of liquor empires in Hays, Kansas. The Steinerts.
It really is the 8th Street Liquor.
The 8th Street.
I love how they just gave up on a name. They're like, what street is it on?
Where are we at? It's on 8th Street. Well, for alcoholics, it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
Also for your your tax attorney, you're like, oh, well, that's the one on 8th Street. All right, that's on the 23rd.
That's true.
It's fine. It makes it a lot easier.
I love Hays America.
We do.
So many bars, so many liquor stores, so many Mexican restaurants.
It is
fantastic.
Really the ultimate culmination of life and its needs.
That was like a direct quote from Richard Attenborough.
Go Hays. Go Hays.
Go Hays.
America
Go
City. All America City. 1996.
Hayes has it.
Hayes has it all.
Hayes has it. Affordable success.
That's my favorite one. Yeah. Tree City.
USA.
Oh, Tree City.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So
on the singular tree, not trees. Tree.
Tree City.
I got this
in a park somewhere.
There's a couple down by Big Creek. I've seen them before.
We used a
the
tree.
Rumors are true.
We used a tree to build this bridge. Did you know that?
It's a fun fact. It's a fun fact.
I have a stupid surprise for Dawson, real fast.
Oh my gosh, I love that. What is it?
It's not great, but I think this is
shit. Okay.
I think it's not great because it could have been great, but it's not great. But anyway,
make surprises great again, Tice. Come on.
Well, just wait till number 5 and we'll all talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of talking.
We are, yes. And a lot of crying, actually,
crying,
too.
Talking, whatever.
Yep.
So when I went back to my high school reunion, one of my classmates had purchased. She had taken over a guy, a friend of ours, my dad's friend, He did. He was an attorney. He did taxes, blah blah, all that stuff. He's an accountant, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know who does any of that stuff. Attorneys, accountants, I know they're completely different, but in my brain, anyway. And so anyway, she took us downstairs to her office. We went from where we were having the reunion over to her place, hang out, whatever. We went downstairs, and in in the basement, I was like, "What is all this stuff?" She's like, "It was just left over, from when Trog's dad lived here or whatever." And so she showed us this room that had where like it used to be an old the no, that's not true. It was right next to an old uh where do they fry people and burn them? Uh, your buddy Glenn Denning, he lived on the part next to it, which was the dentist office. Like where they burn people for funerals.
The crematorium?
Crematorium, yes. So she was showing this downstairs. Anyway, we were walking around in there, and they had a box of creepy dolls. And so I said, "Can I have some of these creepy dolls?"
God damn it, Tyson. No, you did not.
And she goes, "Yeah, whatever." And so I was trying to pick out my favorite creepy dolls. And so I was trying to figure out how to send these to you from a place where you wouldn't know it was me. And I could not.
Just burn them. Go in your backyard, make a bonfire, and burn them now.
Here are the dolls.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Look at their
Oh, wow. They're even framed.
I don't even know where to begin.
Ready for mounting.
And one's called.
I see spare.
One's called Bo Peep. One's called Bo Peep, and the other one is I lost a little time. Anyway, I got these and I grabbed them and I was like, I'm going to go to an undisclosed location somewhere in Kansas and send them to you on Halloween. But I am a lazy, lazy man. You know that, right?
Thank God. Thank the Lord. Dude, I literally just started texting Beth, take those dolls and throw them away.
So I love that they're framed, by the way. But to be fair,
what kind of frame action is happening? I've never seen anything like this.
I know. Aren't they weird? On the back it says,
my God,
1968, registered design 1968. Anyway,
and they move. They
do shake aloud. They do move.
Oh, that is not okay.
Oh yeah, that's the way those are supposed to be used. It's just to bring them in front of somebody and go.
So anyway, when I asked my friend Michelle if I could have them, my other friend goes, "Do you want them to freak out your friend from the podcast?" And I looked at him and I was like, "How the fuck do you know about that?" And he goes, "Yeah, your friend or whatever her name is, the girl that's afraid of dolls." And I'm like, "Are you spying on?" Like I was like, "This weirdest thing."
It has become a thing. Like Megan Solomon's mom. Yeah, I'm gonna call you out, Megan. Goddamn. She will literally, like every other week, send me like the creepiest doll shit I've ever seen in my life because she collects antiques. And I'm like, this is not okay that this exists.
I like the fact that the likelihood of stalking you was more likely than them being a subscriber to the podcast.
Right.
That's where you went. That's where you went. You're like, how does what?
I know. I'm sorry. He did say later on. He said something very funny. He said, like, we were all sitting around with all of my classmates. He goes, "Did you guys know that Tyson has a podcast? If all of you listened, it would double his listenership." I was like, you fuck, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, if you're listening,
it's a funny and a sad joke.
Yeah,
so.
Brian, I get it. But
well
thanks
done,
for
Brian.
Brian. If you hear this, thanks for listening. I finally paid off the doll thing. It's been 3 months.
So pissed about that.
I like him.
It could have been way worse. You should have seen the one I fucking left in the box. Yeah.
You should have seen the one I left in the box. I never want to see that one ever.
You do not. I was trying to help you. All right.
Well, thanks, I guess.
I mean, look, they're just kind of dumb, cute little things.
Look at the eyes, Tyson. Look at the dead eyes.
You're right.
Nope.
Yeah. The more I looked at them, the more I was like, that is the kind of look of a serial killer.
Exactly.
And you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So let me just get them in here close.
I do like those.
Everyone can take a look at those eyes.
Those brought people in the 60s joy.
I know. People love these things.
Yeah.
And, Why?
They're,
I don't know. Also, they were there. It
obviously, you haven't stared into their eyes.
Yeah.
There's a little thing on the back that you can hang them on the wall. So that means that there were multiple of these things.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll drop them in the mail for you, sweetie. Anyway.
There you go.
I will literally take them to the lake and throw them in. I will walk down the trail and just toss them.
That's not going to make you safe.
No,
That's just
it won't.
It'll only piss them off. It will only piss them off.
I mean, to be fair, since they've been
I'm gonna call my witch friends immediately and be like, okay, I just inherited these 2 fucking dolls. How do I burn them in a safe manner to where I won't be haunted by them?
And they'll be like, oh, these are 1968 Arnold Huttons. They're fine. Don't worry about it.
You should at least see if they're worth anything first, Tyson. I'm trying to get you to keep them. Whatever I can do.
Oh yeah, no. They're not even worthy of the fucking tagging. Sorry.
Actually, so they are actually, I did a little research. These are called vintage Arnold Hutter framed nursery rhyme dolls.
Oh.
From the 1960s. Looks like the going. Well, they're not worth a lot of money.
I'm not surprised.
They're not worth a ton of money, but surprisingly affordable.
Interesting. I wonder why they're so affordable.
Just like 4 days.
Could it be the evil quality that lies, beneath the creepy plastic?
Wow, made in Hong Kong, actually. Yeah,
Arnold Hutter, you fucking misnomer asshole.
Yeah, I don't know who this Arnold Hutter guy. These are not like you would think there were some rare ones, but no. You should take the time and figure out which one you have because there's Little Miss Muffet. There's Snow White.
There's Bo Peep and the little. And by the way, this is what's so funny about them.
Oh, Bo Peep, yes.
Yeah, Bo Peep. So like they have a little.
That makes them even worse.
They have a little thing on the front. It was just a piece of sticker. Like it so it just says what they are with a sticker. The sticker literally just fell off when I was doing this thing. So I think it's
worth $12.
I think this is Red Riding Hood. I think. So.
Yes, you are correct, sir. That is I found one.
$12.
$16.99 or best offer.
Actually, you know what? This is a good segue into Smith. Don't you need something for your walls in your new place?
I would happily. I mean, I don't know that I would put them on the wall, but I would certainly hide them.
You know,
you should, so they can shake themselves off and bust out of the frame.
Things like don't need to be displayed, but make you feel better just of the knowledge that you own them. And I think these fall in that category.
In full disclosure, and I'm just going to be completely honest with you, this prank or whatever stupid failed prank it was, or just this fun that I had with you guys, is absolutely going to guarantee that they stay in my possession.
Well, there you
go. They'll be downstairs.
Fantastic.
It's been made very clear that they are not welcome in Dawson's new home. So.
But
absolutely not.
But when I die, they will be. It's part of the will. They will be sent to you. Sorry.
That's a condition that they will just be anonymously sent.
No, it can't be anonymous anymore.
No return address.
The return address is Ted Danson, but it's Tyson's actual address, and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
It'll be like plot 14.
Didn't even try.
Plot 1413. Waukene, Kansas, 67672.
I will pass out, sir, and hit my head, and then that's it. That's how I go.
I have to make so much money to carry out all of my post-death plans. It's so extensive. Anyway, sorry. Anyway.
My post-death plans. Amazing. Jesus Christ.
I have none. I have literally none.
I literally have none as well.
None,
you should think about it. It makes people remember you.
Okay, yes. Just writing it down.
It forces your memory upon people.
It gets them.
You thought you were done with me, but
nope.
fuck you.
No. One last fucking thing.
You guys signed you up for a monthly stamp
You need to make a plan. Talk to your attorney. Talk to your tax guy. Come on.
All right. I know they'd say that. I know.
Tice.
I'll make a plan.
Make a plan.
Make a plan.
Oh.
It's like a living will. Come on, just think about
it. Poor lawyer. all of the things he'll have to do.
It'll probably be my wife.
Right.
So,
yeah.
She knows there's a list.
She wanted it. She'll make sure to fulfill it.
She did. She signed on. Bless her heart. We both did. She's got some plans too. So
a very long time from now.
God willing.
God willing.
God willing.
God willing.
Okay, that was enough. Let's do something. Sorry.
It's all right. I enjoyed that.
That was good. That
Enjoyed
was
that
good.
diversion. I enjoyed that diversion.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, I got to go put these things away though, because they've been up in this office forever, and I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing them. I'm gonna put them downstairs.
Should probably hose him down with some holy water or something. I'm just
we
saying.
we went to vote today. At in our voting place is at actually the Johnson County Museum, which is where we vote, and
How was that experience?
it was amazing because
Great.
there was almost 4 or 5 accidents. So many people were pulling in and pulling out. Like there's so many people there. It was ridiculous.
Oh,
But they
wow.
all
Okay.
they also have 60 voting machines and like 60 volunteers. So it's just in and out real fast. It was great.
Nice. Okay.
It was great. When I pulled up, I was like, and we actually were gonna go Monday morning at 9 a.m. because you could start on Saturday, and we're like, well, let's go Monday morning. Nobody will be there. There was a line out the door all the way down. Like
Wow.
it was crazy.
Wow.
And
Okay.
so anyway, so we went today and we voted, and it took a little bit of time. Didn't take very much long. Like there were probably of the 60 machines there. Maybe there's more than that. Maybe 40 of them were filled at the time, and they
Mhm.
were just getting people in and out, and people were
Okay.
pulling in and out. So people are voting. So that's great. That's great.
It's
Regardless.
promising.
I like that
Okay.
they had the foresight of putting the polling station in the museum. So when we need to be reminded of what democracy looked like, they can just leave it set up. And
Yeah. And so
that
like
was
I
That's
cool
was
good.
thought.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
And so yeah, and honestly, like I was like, because on Monday I had to get to a doctor's appointment in Lawrence, and I was like, I don't think we have time to wait in line. Blah blah. We went today. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna take forever. We literally were in and out in 10 minutes. Like it was
That's
great.
so good.
Oh, it was so good. It was a piece
That's
of cake.
yeah.
And it was
And it
busy as
was
shit.
peaceful. There weren't any like weirdos there with their AK-47s or
No,
any of that
no,
shit. Okay.
no. We live in a very blue county, so there are like maybe for every
It's like cat ladies for Kamala t-shirts and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
All
for
right. I'm down with that.
every Kamala sign, there's probably a .25 Trump sign. I mean, that's how
Okay.
blue.
That's pretty good
And
for
then the people that traditionally used to be Republicans in my neighborhood, um, they don't have anything up, or they have Republicans, or
Right.
they have my favorite is the guy down the hall says meter 2024. Destroy the earth. So I mean, which I
That's
love.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, the other
Actually.
one I came to that I've seen several of is the Wu Tang Forever
Oh,
2024. Have you
Oh
guys
it's
seen
yeah, the
those?
Wu-Tang ones are
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
love
Yes.
those.
I
Yeah.
do appreciate that. Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, Wu Tang is forever. Presidents don't come and go. Wu Tang is forever.
Yes.
Wu-Tang is
Yeah.
forever. Yep. Yep.
But yeah, we went there, and then uh, so she was like, before we leave, she's like, I want to show you this because inside here, this building, it used to be a skating rink, and I was like, oh, yeah, you told me that. That's pretty neat. And she's like, we don't have time to go into it right now because we got to get home, walk the dog, blah blah. But um, she's like. So downstairs in this thing is basically the county we live in, Johnson County. They've taken the skating rink and they've made a museum into it. And inside the museum, they have this giant sign from like an old motorway uh, hotel, like
Hmm.
motel, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's like, well, and she's like, they moved it here. It's, it's lit up and it's got some, neon and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, and then if you go down there, you can walk and you can see a town and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and I took a picture of the sign and I said, listen, honey, if we had money, the Alice Chickenette sign would be in our house just like that. And she's like,
It's true.
well, what do you mean? She's like, we would need to have a skating rink. I'm like, yeah, we would because the tacky wing is not just my thing; it's a museum, and the tacky wing is supposed to be, an idea for all the terrible shit that people could sell at some point during the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. She's like, well, you'd have to hire someone. I was like, well, we make it a 501c, and we'd hire somebody to just spend all day on eBay buying Bling It On or buying terrible jean jackets or whatever, but we would hire somebody to be able to do that
I
for
would
us.
like to offer as an early applicant for this position. If I
You
could
know what?
get my name in
Sounds pretty
there.
fun,
That sounds like
actually.
a
Yeah.
great job. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, for sure.
you guys, you can have it. I don't think it'll pay as good as you guys want, but as much
Oh,
as you guys make right now. But I mean, you guys, but
Yeah.
you can
It
have it.
sounds like a fun retirement gig,
it
It
to
does.
be
really
honest.
does.
Doesn't it
Yeah.
Oh,
sound fun?
absolutely.
And
Oh,
Tony, I will send you a picture of this beautiful sign that could
I
be
love signage. Send it.
that
I'm all
could
about it.
that
Yeah.
could be the Owl's Chickenette sign in our house moving forward, if cryptocurrency
we
somehow
need
You
works.
really, you got to get that sign, Tice. God damn it.
Well, we need to figure out where that Al's Chickenette sign resides.
It's
'Cause
in a
that,
storage unit in Hayes. That I do know that that's a fact.
oh, okay.
Yeah. No, what I don't
Now,
And
know,
the price has gone down, right? On it?
it has to.
Last you checked?
At
I
some
mean,
point, she's gonna be like, "Oh fuck, I need to pay for my bunion surgery." I have no idea what's gonna happen, but like,
well,
but
that's not going to help.
something is going. No, what she's not listening. Something is going to happen where she's like, "I need cash now. I need cash." Like the JG Wentworth's fucking song, and she's gonna need some cash right now, and so like, so we just got to get on top of that, right? And I loved it because Beth goes, "Well, do you think we need to buy a skating rink to make sure you can put that thing in our house?" And I said, "Honey, we'll figure it out." Anyway, sorry. That was my day today. I voted.
that's
That's my
adorable.
point.
You voted.
Yay,
You
voted.
voted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smith,
my
have you
vote.
voted?
We have not.
As a,
I don't know that our early voting has started. It may have started this week, but we're a little late to the. We're a pretty red state here, so
yeah, I kind of
they're. I mean,
figured.
they have really good early voting, but I don't know. Like this year, I don't know if I don't know. I want to like Stiltskin it on like election day at this
Yeah,
point.
you know what? I kind of made that argument actually myself. I was like, that would be kind of interesting to go the day of, even if you had to wait in line. Now I know it's bad for my back, but even if you had to wait in line, for a couple hours to do it. But based on what I saw today, there's so much pre-voting that's happening right now. Like I don't even think
Oh
it would be
yeah,
that
we
bad.
Yeah.
dropped our ballots off on Saturday, and I had a great exchange with this like hippie chick from Colorado. Like you could just tell we like looked at each other and smiled, and I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I live in a
Too
I, li-
bad, like 2 counties over from us, it's red as shit, but,
Yeah.
whatever.
I live in like a white neighborhood, so it's very quick and easy to vote. That's
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
that's how they do.
Me too.
But
Yeah, me too.
That's
Yeah,
how they roll.
yeah,
no
it's
Yeah.
offense.
amazing
Yeah,
how.
I know.
Yeah,
I
Where
mean,
was, Kamala and Tim on the ballot, Tice? Were they on top, or were they in the middle, or at the
actually,
bottom?
to be fair, RJK was the first person on the
No
list.
shit.
No shit,
Okay.
he was the
Alright.
first
wow.
person. And here's an
He
interesting
was the
thing.
last on ours, which I was very happy about.
He was the first one, and then it was Kamala,
Okay.
and then it was Trump, and weirdly enough, like I hit the wrong thing a couple times. It was a touchscreen thing, and then I went back to review it, and it was wrong, and I had to go back and fix it. And I think it was because I hit the wrong thing a couple times, and
Oh, jammed it up.
I was like, oh no, did I find a glitch in the system? I was like, oh, like I started, and yeah, because if I had more time, I would have been. But then I looked at the judges, the local judges or whatever, and I was like, I think I fat fingered a couple of these, so I think it was just my fault. But anyway, my wife and I have very different things about. Do when you vote to keep judges,
Yeah.
like I don't know if you
Mhm.
know, it's like in my place here in this county, because we're such a blue county, I just keep everybody, and my wife just gets rid of everybody. So we have a completely
Hmm.
different way of doing it.
I'm with your wife on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
makes a good argument. She says, "Listen, judges shouldn't be there forever.
Yep.
They should have to turn
Yeah.
around, you know."
That's
And
a good call.
I'm just like, well, they got elected here, so they must be okay. But again, I think I'm going to switch next year and just vote them all out, because
I like that. I might do that too.
you should just turn them over. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you should just
Yep.
get different judges all the time. Even if you
For
get a
sure.
bad one and you lose a good one, like she said, it's worth it just to get different stuff in there.
But I think people are mostly like you. I think that most people will just keep vote to
they don't know.
retain. Yeah, they don't know. No,
they
that's
just go bump.
right. Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They're
They're
like,
like,
well,
I don't know. I haven't been arrested yet, so
exactly, yeah.
yeah.
And she actually had a good example of a friend of ours, Austin. Like when he was going through his divorce, the judge was a fucking jerk. Like,
Yeah.
and she's like, just get rid of all of them. She's like, if you lose some good ones, but you get rid of some bad ones, they shouldn't
It's
be
worth
around
it in the end.
forever.
Yeah.
So I think next time I'm just gonna just vote them all out.
Yeah, I like that.
Like that eagerness, like that, like go get them spirit you got in your first couple of years of employment. Like I think that's what I look for. Like they're trying to prove something and not power hungry. And
I mean, and by the way, they're just going to go to the private sector and make way more money than they do as
that's true.
judges. So
That's
I mean,
true.
who gives a shit? Like I mean, they're going to turn it around. Who cares? But which makes us all we should probably all just be judges. We'd have to get law degrees and do barely a little bit of work, kind of like that Eileen lady in Florida.
Yeah, actually, I don't think you have to have a law degree to be a judge. I may be wrong on that, but
you do not. My uncle was a judge in Marquette, Kansas.
Wow. Yeah.
What was
law
his
degree?
So what did he do? Did he had a law degree, but he wasn't an attorney? Is that right?
Maybe I'll have Uncle Tom on the podcast to share his story. He's a really
That'd
smart,
be
funny
fun.
guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay.
I'm sure he is. But I mean, did he just run for judge? Is that how you?
I think he ran. Yeah, and he got elected. I mean, he's like he could be mayor of freaking Marquette, Kansas. Everybody knows him. Everybody likes him. It was like one of those things.
Guys, I think I'm about to do a big, huge pivot. So anyway, sorry.
The wheels.
I was like,
Judge Dinus sounds pretty good.
It does. Here comes the judge. In the 1960s reference that nobody knows.
You can get the judge on your fucking license plate.
Oh, that would be sweet. No pulling over for that car.
That's right.
Those cops will know.
Yeah.
Those cops will know.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Actually, as a guy who has a car that says that car, I've been pulled over surprisingly few times. It seems like I would just be asking for trouble. I was like, that car is obviously breaking the law. But
they don't even pull over cars without a license plate anymore. Like I swear to God, like a tenth of the cars I see have just given up on license plates altogether, and they're like, no, like unless, unless you literally have a bong hanging out of the side window of your car, you're not getting pulled over.
No,
yeah,
that is true.
Yeah, or actively shooting someone, and even then, if they've got something better to do.
Unless it's the end of the month. They have nothing better to do.
Unless it's the end of the month, yeah.
Time to make that quota, buddy.
Exactly. That doesn't exist.
Gotta meet that quota. All right. Should we do some headlines?
We probably should inform some people.
Headline of the week.
Just as a side note, just since we started this, I got another Kamala Harris text. I can't wait till this election is over.
I can't either. The amount of emails and fucking text messages, I am like saying stop 3 times a day on the texting.
So much. It's so
I
regret giving money to the campaign.
Did you see the little TikTok thing they did on SNL this week with the did you guys watch SNL this week?
No, I missed it.
Oh, that's good.
Got interrupted by a DNC text. It was pretty cute.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Actually, it was. I mean, as soon as I'm just gonna ask you, Matt. Do you think that Keaton was coked out in his opening thing? Because
shit! No, really?
That's immediately what Beth said, and I was like, I don't know. He's always got a nervous energy about him, and he's so I don't know that
I wouldn't rule it out. Like it didn't occur to me, but I definitely wouldn't rule it out because he was great. Like I really enjoyed.
He was, but he was acting in the rest of the skits, but like he was kind of screwed up at the beginning and a little screwed up at the end. But I liked it. He was great.
I love Michael Keaton.
Me too. He's a good guy.
Coked out or not.
I don't care if he's coked out. He's a fucking genius actor.
He's earned it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he has.
This is from Vanity Fair. Rudy Giuliani's son pleads with federal court not to take his dad's Yankee World Series rings.
I love it.
So the deal is that, Giuliani owes these 2 poor workers that he tried to basically defame and they had, we went through all of this during the the thing that happened with Congress. Uh, anyway, like they Ruby Freeman and Shane Moss sued him, um, and they have not received any money for any of the thing. They're supposed to
Nothing.
get 150
Yep.
million dollars or something like that,
Uh-huh.
and they have not paid anything. So they went back to court, and the judge was like, "What? No, you got to do something." And so anyway, he was like, and it came out today. So this email, this is from 2 days ago, but 3 days ago. But it came out today that the judge was like, "Nope, fuck you." So everything that he owns is being, except his father's antique watch. That's the only thing that Rudy gets to keep. Everything else that he owns is going to be sold, and the money is given to these two poor women that got death threats and all this shit.
Yep.
Now, he
Justice.
he owes them
Oh.
158 million or something like that. It's not going to get any close to that, but it is going to wipe
No
him
way.
out completely. So,
Yeah.
That's pretty gratifying.
His
so
penthouse in New York,
yep,
gone. Like everything this dude owns. Yeah.
absolutely gone. The
Wow.
only thing
Yeah.
that he has left is his
Oh, I'm so
antique watch
happy
from his
about that.
father. I have no idea what happened to these rings, but I'm pretty sure that they got sucked up into this deal too. Because his son was like, he said he could give them to me, and it was a kind of thing I was gonna die, and I'm
Dork.
pretty the George.
I'm
I'm pretty
guessing, and
sure.
I'm guessing the only reason they kept that watch is that those ladies had seen Pulp Fiction and knew that they probably didn't want that watch.
That's a good callback. That's a good
That's
call.
funny.
Anyway, I would not have gone there. Anyway, yeah. So like he has four watches from the Yankees winning the World Series over 4 different years, and he told his son that he was going to give them to him. And so 2028, he's like, "I'm going to give these to you," but he didn't technically give them. So anyway, the, I didn't see anything about this in the updates, but it looks like I'm gonna guess they're gone. So anyway, I mean, I kind of feel bad a little bit, just a little bit. You can't pick your father. All right, there's no way around it. And if your
Nope.
father says, "I'm gonna give you these rings when I die because we're huge Yankee fans," I would want that too. He had his lawyer write the judge a letter saying, "Please let me keep these rings."
Yeah, that's not how that works. Yeah,
No,
when
it
your
No.
no
father's a giant asshole, no, that's
does
Nope. Sorry for
no.
your
You
loss.
know,
That's it.
you don't get the ring. Like even if
Yeah.
that's your, uh,
yeah. So this is yeah. Anyway, he's getting what he deserves. He's gonna be living in a fucking halfway house or a YMCA. Uh, apparently, he has a multi-million-dollar apartment in Florida, but that is already tied up in another case. They're trying to reclaim that already. So these ladies
No
might maybe,
shit.
yeah. So I mean, he's not doing great. And meanwhile,
Oh,
and
wow.
and meanwhile, like Trump is doing fine. So I mean, come on, Giuliani, you fucking pick your horses better. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's gone now. Okay, this is from Rolling Stone. Fox host says maybe Trump didn't realize Hitler's generals were Nazis. So I just love this. Uh, Trump's former chief of staff said on Tuesday that the former president said he needed the kind of generals that Hitler had. And so yeah, John Kelly said that he went on this thing. He went on this thing, and basically with the New York Times, and then numbnuts from
Fox News.
yeah, Fox News. I'm trying to kill, yeah, of course
Yes.
it was
Just a guess.
Brian Kilmeade.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Yeah.
oh no, so Kilmeade's co-host. Oh, hey, here you go. So he was former Defense Secretary Jim Mattis and Kelly didn't like the president. Kilmeade said, reference to the memoir to H.R. McMaster, Trump's former national security advisor, who also wrote that Putin is manipulating Trump by exploiting his ego. I can absolutely see Trump go, "It'd be great to have German generals that actually do what we asked them to do, maybe not fully being cognizant of the third rail of German generals who were Nazis or whatever," Kilmeade said. But he was frustrated by the slow down of commandments that were not implemented. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. I just thought that was funny. That's my funny one for the week. Maybe he didn't realize the generals were Nazis. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a stretch.
Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Sure.
Yeah.
And this is finally, I don't have a lot. It's been a short week, but this is from Vanity Fair. And this is the headline, but this is not the headline. Really has nothing to do with what I want to talk about. This is the headline: Melania Trump's #1 bestseller is not flying off bookshelf shelves. Is it because of the sticky goo? Question mark. Okay, the sticky goo thing
What?
is So what people are saying is that when you order the book from Amazon, it's coming with a sticky goo, and they're thinking that maybe Amazon is putting a sticky goo on it to make people not enjoy the book so much. But if you read it in the article more, it says that basically it's a black matte cover. So if you put your fingerprints on it, you're gonna see fingerprints when they're packing it up.
Right.
But other people on Amazon are saying like it seems like they're they're trying to make sure that like Melania Trump's book is being delivered gross so you can't read it or whatever.
Right.
But this is why I'm reading this because this is from the very top of the thing. At a rally in September, Donald Trump. I'm going to read this as Donald Trump just for fun. Okay. At a rally in September, Donald Trump took a break from talking about Arnold Palmer's penis and telling various racial and religious groups to get their heads examined to plug his wife's forthcoming memoir. Quote, "Go out and get her book," he said. She just wrote a book. I hope she has good things about. I don't know. I didn't. So busy.
So he didn't read the book.
No, he didn't read
clearly,
it.
No.
Clearly.
With that ring endorsement, Melania Trump's book debuted. Melania Trump's book debuted last week at the top of the New York Times hardcore nonfiction bestseller list. And I don't know if you guys know this, but basically what happens is when people like anyone people like when political people put out books, their PACs buy $100,000 worth of books. When they come out, and then so it just shocks it, it shoots it up to the thing. But there's a little mark next to the books in the thing that says that this wasn't actually bought in stores. This is bought in bulk. So you can actually see which books were actually purchased, in
the next
large.
time you visit your half-price bookstore. Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, my Trump was way off tonight. Anyway, I'll work on it.
It's all right. You'll have 4 years to work on it.
You're right about that.
That's true.
Okay. Anyway, that's it. Yeah. No, I just like the idea that he didn't read his fucking wife's book.
I do too.
I don't know. I didn't.
I do too.
I don't know. I didn't. So busy.
I don't know. I did.
I love it. Anyway, that was my headline.
I really wish the title of that book was just "Get Off Me." That would be the one I read. That would be the one I read.
I'd buy it. I would buy it.
I would totally, yeah.
I would read Britney Spears' biography before I read Melania Trump's. I think
for sure.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I have a book. I have a book called Mayo Dick, where they took the word Moby and replaced it with Mayo.
Amazing.
Just to read it. Yeah, and I mean, I bought that book. Like if you have a book called "Get Off Me" by Melania Trump, I'd probably buy two.
There's always next round.
That's true. That's
yep,
true.
Yeah.
You won't read that one either.
Could happen.
That prenup, he's gonna die before he fucking lets that happen.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
She renegotiated her prenup with Barron while he was in the office. I mean, and he was stuck. He couldn't. Do you remember this? Yeah.
No, but you just reminded me of a story.
It's
happening in real time, folks.
She renegotiated her prenup while he was president to make sure that Barron got as much money as his other loser kids, according to her.
Wow.
And then he couldn't do anything about
Mom.
it because she couldn't fucking leave him in the middle of office.
No.
Yeah.
It's kind of smart.
It was smart of her. Oh, absolutely. She's got a lot of leverage. Like, yeah.
She's seen that chode, as they call it.
Chode.
Chode. That was a good word. A good word that I missed.
Chode.
Did you know
Absolutely.
that Eric Trump's high school nickname was Chode? Did you know?
Believe it.
Shocker.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Very fitting.
I learned that.
That's a fun fact. That is a fun fact.
That is a fun fact.
You guys should watch that show, How I Got News. Have I Got News for You on Max. It's very good. I learned a lot.
I watched the first episode. I need to give it another chance. It was a little hit or miss for me.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
It gets better. It is definitely up there with the the Jon Stewart episodes of Daily Show and with not John Hodgman, but Last Week Tonight. So I watched all three of those.
I will give it another shot. We will revisit it. Revisit it. So, is that your news? I didn't want to tread on your.
I'm wound
your
up.
knowledge.
Sorry,
your knowledge. Got a few. Actually, have several. Actually, now that I have all my tabs open, I'm like, wow, some shit did happen this week. First and foremost, and this leads into another story, but this comes directly from the CDC. E. coli outbreak linked to McDonald's quarter pounders. So there was a massive, I think it was in like 10 states. One death so far, and 10 hospitalizations. But apparently there have been an E. coli outbreak, including Kansas and Colorado. Apparently this happened a day or two after Donald Trump worked at a McDonald's for an hour, even though his campaign reported that he worked there a full shift. But in reality, it was shut down because, of course, it was. And so I did at the time, I think Dawson shared this story initially, but I was like, I'm on the precipice of whether or not this was brilliant or insane. And I kind of think it can be both. And I think it can be both. And I think this is one thing is that the Harris campaign is failing to do tragically is get traction with goddamn anything. I mean, this dude can shit in a bucket on live TV and everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
And that's the point. Like, that's the point. He is making the news cycle every 2 or 3 days, and it's working because he's impenetrable.
Did you see that? I mean, there were no real customers, right? They shut all.
No, it was all
it was all staged.
No, it was all staged. They got a bunch of people to drive through and it's not because it was funny,
reporters.
And this was the whole thing was like this whole thing.
Didn't he hit on one of the women, one of the actresses? I was like, "You're a beautiful woman," and then it was like he completely forgot why he was there, what he was doing.
You're beautiful.
That's like when he's talking about Arnold Palmer's penis. He's like, "There's a lot of classy women here, so they understand what I'm talking about."
Yeah, that didn't even make the list. Like, he's just insanity. Like, he talked about Arnold Palmer's penis for like a minute.
Yep.
And kept talking about it. And he's like, you know what I mean? He's like, it was like he couldn't even leave the euphemism alone. He's like, he basically just went to every point except for I'm talking about his dick. Yeah. I his dick a lot. He had a big dick. Yeah, but he just couldn't leave it alone. So anyway, he did that.
It was sophisticated women. There's a lot of sophisticated women.
Oh, sophisticated women. Yeah.
I love, sophisticated women are always worried about that huge fucking dick, getting in there. it's like what are you talking about? Anyway, sorry.
We're gonna be just fine. All right,
sure.
Let's get to the more sort of fun news, as I like to put it.
Actually, to be fair, that McDonald's thing was the most crazy thing I think that happened this week. To be fair, of all the stuff that he fucking did, that thing. I was just like,
I know. That's Hitler had some good ideas thing. Number 4 this week. Oh my god. It's like the Rick D's countdown from hell. It's just crazy.
Sorry.
You're good. No. It was important we talk about this. We need to talk this through. We need to. We're in the second stage of grief, I think.
Yeah, I mean, how are you coming along already? Yeah. Are you working on that fudge report? Remember that from last time? Anyway,
fudge report. Right on it. These are all just pretty quick, but just solid headlines. 3-year-old recovering after being scratched by a monkey at a Walmart supercenter in Indiana. This comes to us from Bedford, Indiana. And you're like, you would think that why was there a monkey? Well, it was a woman had a pet. What do they call those? An emotional support animal, monkey.
She had, oh my God.
Which apparently the greeter, do your fucking job. I know you're old and or handicapped, but do your job. Do your job.
Yeah. Customer that's why you're there. Customer not just to say hello.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like on occasion, like, and I mean every decade or so, you're gonna have to stop a monkey from coming into the store. Do your fucking job. All right? Do your fucking job. So yeah, it scratched a kid.
Is that a thing? Can you have a? Oh my God, they did an episode.
Yes, you can have an emotional support, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Years ago, they did an episode on The Simpsons about that, and I was like, "That's not real."
No. And apparently,
there you go, Simpsons again.
To be fair, she did have the paperwork for emotional support animal, but it was for a dog. So
amazing.
I'm guessing the dog didn't work out. She upgraded. Yeah, to like scratch this kid.
Is the kid okay?
I think the kid's fine. I think the kid, unless it got some weird like monkey disease.
Monkey disease, yeah.
Very unfortunate. Yeah. Those monkey diseases are no laughing matter.
No.
Dr. Zayas disease.
Yeah,
I'm terrified of monkeys too. I know we talked about this with Chimp Crazy, but after watching that documentary, I'm like, no one should have them as pets.
Believe me, I wanted a monkey for years, and but you do your research. You're like, God, no! Like they are just they're gonna emotionally rip your face off.
Big and they're gonna kill you.
Absolutely, and they're right. They're absolutely right.
Yes, absolutely.
Because feed it all the McNuggets you want to. It's not going to make the monkey ultimately very happy.
That was insane. The diet. Anyway,
let's back around. This one, quick one. Kentucky man. Whoa, God damn you! Pop up. Kentucky man.
Many pop-ups today.
Kentucky man declared dead. Wakes up during organ harvesting surgery. So, Kentucky man who had been declared dead was an organ donor.
What?
And this actually happened in 2021, but just now got reported. So there's your transparency. So yeah,
holy shit!
They took him. He had a cardiac arrest. They took him off life support. They detected no brain activity, no brain waves. Which, to be fair, for a man in Kentucky, you should probably double check.
There it is. There it is.
And I'm like, he was on the operating table and he woke up while they were trying to take his organs.
That is terrifying.
That is absolutely terrifying. So, think twice before you sign the back of your driver's license next time, because
holy shit, I regret that. Okay.
That one I didn't get into. Some breaking news as of today. We all know that endorsements are important. We know that they're life-changing. The Insane Clown Posse, I'm happy to report, has endorsed Kamala Harris.
Nice.
Juggalo Nation.
Juggalo Nation.
I love
it. Violent J, I believe, who is the front man for this esteemed rap hip-hop duo, has... it actually happened on The Daily Show. I didn't mention that. Must not watch that.
Oh, that's even better.
He has endorsed Kamala Harris. I don't know. I don't know what Juggalo Nation's response has been to this yet. Like,
you should watch that. It's very funny.
The Daily Show.
That's happening tonight.
It's from last week. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
Well, very good. I will check that out.
Also, it's a soft endorsement at best, because I don't know if he knows what he's talking about. It doesn't matter. It's still an endorsement. Doesn't matter. Still,
I do need to watch an interview with any member of the Insane Clown.
I'd never seen one before, but from the people that said magnets, they're crazy, right? I mean, that's you get a lot of that vibe from him. Anyway,
lots of gems.
Definitely watch it. You can find it on YouTube. It's very easy.
So the other one I had, Oregon Police Department invites people to play hide and seek with a cop. The response was swift. I didn't even read the article, because I'm sure you can imagine that the opportunity to play hide and seek with a cop, not really that appealing.
Found you.
It does end in tears. Quite often. What else we got? Oh, this one. Kid Rock threatens to leave the United States if Donald Trump loses the 2024 presidential.
Please.
Now, I don't know that Kid Rock knows what the word threat means, because I am not concerned about his departure. We all love the kid back in '99 with the
Sure.
When the cowboy
His
was
name is
playing.
Kid.
Yeah, and the only reason we liked Kid Rock is because it meant that Lou Bega wasn't on the radio anymore. That's why we liked that song.
And he had a midget co-host, right?
He did have like a little. I think he's dead now. I think did Kid Rock's little kid.
Little kid.
I don't know what they called it, but he did. I forgot about that.
That's sad.
That is sad. I don't know what happened to that guy. Anyway, he's Anyway, he is threatened.
I promise you, if he was on tour with Kid Rock, he probably got laid a lot. So rest in peace, little man.
That's true. He got some good time in during the heyday before the Bud Light shooting.
That's right. Yeah,
and he got out when he could. Donald Trump doesn't win, I'll out. I will pack my bags and leave this country. As
fantastic.
Not good that I'm feeling about things. I really hope she wins just to see Kid.
That would be amazing.
I mean, to be
Where
fair,
would Kid Rock move?
He would move 20 miles north of Canada. He's fucking Kid Rock. He's a pussy. He would never fucking go anywhere else.
That's true. That's
true. He lives in Detroit. He'd be like, oh,
you're right. Yeah, he would just move to
It's
Canada.
right there. Yeah.
And Canada's getting a little wacky. I don't know what's going on in Canada right now. I always loved Canadians. Degrassi's from Canada. I always thought good people from Canada. It's a little fucked up there. So this seems like a natural progression to me, as Kid Rock is now a Canadian citizen.
Yes, yeah. I don't think they'd let him. Maybe.
He might. It's like a sort of I don't know, refugee status.
Maybe he'd be more. I think he'd be more like kind of go to Mexico and become like a cartel spokesman. I
could see that.
And completely not like understanding what he was doing, kind of thing.
Yeah,
that could be true.
I don't know. Yeah. He's not gonna go anywhere.
Unfortunately,
no.
He's gonna just stand around and shoot Bud Light cans, and
no. I mean, more than likely, is he'll wind up being Secretary of Defense. I mean,
that's true.
That's just a reality that we need to face right now.
Can you imagine Kid Rock and Elon Musk in the same situation room? It's just.
It's gonna be hilarious. It is gonna be. Oh wow, yeah. Good stuff.
Can't wait.
Yeah, a couple more, but I'm gonna bail on them. They're just not that fun. Yeah, the woman fatally poisoned boyfriend after believing he stood to inherit $30 million, but it was all a scam. Yeah, somebody scammed this woman into thinking she was going to inherit $30 million, and so she poisoned her boyfriend to death, even though to find out that A, the money was a scam, and B, she wasn't actually married to him, so she wouldn't have inherited the money anyway.
Oh, no.
Whoopsies.
And just a quick one. Donald Trump says his good-looking son Barron has never had a girlfriend. Not sure he's there yet. That's good looking out, Barron. You're a piece of shit. Best of luck with your crypto.
He's fine. I mean, he's basically from everything I've read, he's dating his mom, so I think he's fine.
I mean, yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, he's very nice, a very nice guy, and a good student. Yeah, he also earlier claimed this week that, again, like there's so many, but he claimed that, like, Tiffany graduated at the top of her class. Just hearing that said out loud, like even beautician school, I'm like,
what class? Yeah,
exactly. Like probably not, Donald. Probably not. So
no, you're mistaken again.
Poor Tiffany. Poor Tiffany.
I know.
She's the real victim.
I do feel bad for her. Out of all the kids, I actually do feel bad.
I don't. I think she gets as much little attention as you can get and still get the inheritance. Just go with it.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, that's true. Fly under the radar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fly, Tiffany, fly.
Fly, Tiffany, fly. Spread your wings. You be you, girl.
Can't wait for her book. That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be
you're right.
Pictures.
That book I would read. Yes, I would read that book. Also titled "Get Off Me."
I was thinking maybe she called it. I think we're alone now.
There we go. Even better. Very nice. Wow.
There it is.
All right, that's all I got. That's what happened this week.
I found that button again.
You did find that button.
That's happening.
I like that.
Yeah. I know, Tyson, you mentioned, I just have a couple. You mentioned Elon Musk, that fucking idiot. This is from Forbes. Elon Musk's net worth falls $16 billion as Tesla stock tanks. That warmed my heart because of his little Tesla Cybercab debut, which was hilarious.
Yes.
And he's getting the shit suit out of him for likenesses across the board, which is fucking funny. Like literally, there's the marketing had like a Ryan Gosling lookalike. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, he doesn't. No one will tell him no, so he does.
No,
He
they're
does.
just like, okay, that's what you want
Yeah.
here.
I
You want
guess
a fucking robot bartender at your stupid debut? Yeah, we'll
that's
get
fine.
it. We'll get it going.
The only thing worse than getting into an unmarked white van is getting into a Tesla taxi. I think that's the only thing worse than doing that. Stay away, kids.
Also, would you guys buy one of those fucking weird robot butlers? I mean, it seems like a nightmare. Just like I would live in fear. Like, I mean, at least
Always not happening.
the Megan
Nope.
movie had designed her to look like a child of some sort. Or like
Terrible
a human.
idea.
Terrible
yeah,
idea.
Yeah. No, and it was all fake too. That they faked that whole thing. Like it was just a human voice they were talking through a filter, and then it was some guy in a suit in the background, like making like the whole thing was fake. Like
bullshit. Yeah.
He's like, why? I do not understand why. Well, I do get because Tesla fans are fanatical to the extreme.
They are.
But like, why they haven't been sued into oblivion already? It's just mind-boggling. Like, it does not make sense. The only thing. It's just like the Trump stock. Like the Tesla stock is the Trump stock. Like it's just a bunch of fanatical sycophants who are like, oh God Elon, and they're like pumping money into the company, and like he's alienated his entire base, like the Republicans, who he is straight up MAGA number 2 now.
Yeah, dark MAGA.
Like he is dark MAGA. Yeah, dark MAGA. Let's got a black MAGA.
Yeah,
and it's just insane. Like we were early on this. I'm gonna give us some props for being early Elon Musk despisers, and it just keeps paying off the dividends. He is a fucking idiot.
That he is.
It is, and like I got a halfway supporter in my house, and then the people that she hangs out with are full supporters, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, I mean, like, do you guys not? I mean, it's just
it's a cult, just like the MAGA cult.
It is a cult.
It is a cult.
It is for sure.
I don't get it.
It's like occasionally, like I'll just watch something by Elon Musk, and I'm like, yeah, and then she'll be like, he's not wrong, and I'm like, what?
Wait,
like,
what?
Wait, what?
I mean, we agree on like 100% of things most of the time. I mean, not food, but like most like political,
not food.
large scale thing. But everyone, but that is the one thing. Like we just kind of go back and forth now. But anyway,
that breaks my heart a little bit. B, come on. Anyway,
you should her.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway. But I mean,
we'll argue about it later at some point. I'm sure.
He just continues to just disappoint everybody and everything, and anyway, you're right. Sorry, go ahead.
He's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Awful. I do like that. I actually saw one IRL, I think, as the kids say, the other day. One of the bumper stickers is like it's just on a Tesla. It basically says, "I bought this before I knew that Elon Musk was an asshole." I appreciate this, because seriously, like the right wing fucking hates electric cars. Leaving the left wing is your fucking consumers.
That's right.
And nobody in their right mind is going to be a shitty car that's outdated and being outperformed by almost everything else in the market, and B, from this guy. Like it's just it's like we're disgusted we're gonna have to use Starlink at our new sort of cabin, and like I don't like it, but like we let him send up 25,000 goddamn satellites.
You're right, yeah, we did.
So so fuck Elon Musk. Let's just get that. Let's make that clear.
Deuces.
For the audience.
Yep.
Yeah, deuces. 2 fingers, my friend. All right.
And then lastly, I'd like to say R.I.P. to the last Kmart. As it did a wistful farewell to the last U.S. store.
I didn't
know.
Is there still one hanging out in Mexico somewhere?
I think there's one in Guam, is what the article said.
Oh my! Wow. Okay.
Actually, so
well, good for them.
Keep it going, Guam. But yeah, it was this place. They were selling everything for like 70% off. So there are some funny pictures of people stocking up on this shit. And I emphasize shit. Like,
so when the Hayes Walmart closed, and I want to say probably about 1995. Now I believe
Kmart. It was in the mid 90s, right?
It wasn't I think it was in 95.
It was post Alco, pre.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was post Alco.
Holy shit! Yeah. Wow, that's way back. That's old school. The which I believe now is Taste. What's that restaurant that's in? Is that where that Kmart used to be?
It was. Whatever.
Tasties.
Is that really the name of the restaurant?
Thirsties.
It's the one with the TV in the floor. That's the only way I know that place.
My mind was like, Tasties is such a fucking stupid name for a restaurant. There's no way that's the name. Then you were like Thirsties, and I was like, oh yeah, that's much better. That's much better. But no, a friend.
Again, God bless Hayes America.
So I remember that we went in, they had all the stuff on clearance, and we went in and we bought. They had the TI-80. You guys are familiar with the TI? It was probably the TI-85 or the 87, the graphing calculators.
Okay.
They used to have
my mom was pissed when we had to get those.
Yeah,
they were expensive.
They had them for sale they were on sale for like $20-$25. We bought up a bunch of them. Made a handy profit from that blue light special, and it was
well done, dude.
Yeah. So no, R.I.P. Kmart. I went to one in Orlando once.
Me too.
Yeah, I think it was on. Was it on 50 or was it
on 50? Yeah.
And oh my god,
shit,
that was like the fucking place time forgot.
Like
I'm fairly
what kind of stuff was in there?
It was. I mean, like,
did they still have like a photo studio? Please tell me.
No, it was. I just remember they just had like shit in the middle of the aisles. Everywhere. Like it was just like it was chaos.
Ooh,
I don't remember why I went in there. Maybe it was just for the thrill of the hunt. I don't know. Like, but
maybe
it was crazy. But
that was that was the Kmart in Florida on 50. Where the guy filled up a super sucker with his own sperm and shot in the kid's mouth.
Oh, I do remember that.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the same location.
That's revolting. Okay. Oh my god.
That's the same.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I mean,
don't doubt that at all. Yeah.
The guy went. He was like,
joint.
He was like, should I hit the Target, Walmart? No, Kmart.
Kmart.
But the thing
that works.
Here's what I would say is my favorite thing that I remember about Kmart in general, because there was one that was like couple miles up from where I live that finally got shut down a couple of years ago, and they finally bulldozed it recently, but it was like the last one I knew of in Kansas City, or at least in my area, and they still had that blue light thing where they would roll out that little thing.
Oh, nice. The little rolling cart with the blue light. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would love to have one of those blue light things for my museum.
Oh, that would be cool.
But like, yeah, I would, I don't want anything from Kmart, but I would love to have a blue light special roller thing. I think that would be fun. Yeah. So if you guys see one on eBay, let me know. I'll ask.
I will put that to my watch list.
I'll ask the investors if I can get that going. Yeah.
You gotta have I think you should establish like a board for this museum before it actually is a reality.
Really?
I've already set the board. I mean, I don't know how much money I can spend on you guys. I mean, it just depends on how much I have to spend on my post-death activities. We'll talk about it. It's fine.
We will work this out.
There's a lot of budgeting that has to happen pretty soon. Anyway.
Oh my god. Jesus.
It's a lot of money. Anyway.
It is a lot of money.
It is RNP by the RIP. I do love. I remember that they had the photo studio right next to the CDs and the records and the cassette tapes.
That's all I would do. It was just like hang out there until we had to get our pictures taken, and it was a long line of people usually. It was insane.
And then I would go over to look at the cut rate GI Joes, and whatever, GI Jims. That I used to buy if they were half price, or whatever the fuck they're called.
the conscientious objector series, yeah.
You guys remember?
He wasn't called Duke. He was called Dondre or something.
Did they have a snack bar? Did they have like a little place to eat in there?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
Walmart, the old Walmart used to.
Old Walmart did.
Yeah, which I loved. Yeah, that place was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't remember a whole lot about Kmart. Like just that I was in there.
I just remember the light. I remember they had shit everywhere, but they had that photo thing, and it must have been the cheapest place to develop photos because we always went in there to develop photos. And then
Always,
it was all,
yeah.
and then the Alco that was there. I just remember going into that place a lot because my grandmother was a bargain shopper, and the Alco was basically a 5 and dime that was
Yeah.
left over
Yeah,
It
from
it
was
totally was.
duck
Yeah, it's like the
walls.
dollar
Yeah.
store
it was
before
like a
the
duck
dollar
wall.
store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. So, but I liked it. It's fine.
Uh,
Whatever.
Well, another
memories
one
of
bites
just
of dust. I
not
know.
buying everything
Sold.
from Amazon.
Good for
Yep.
good for
I'm okay
Guam.
with that. I like it. They bring it to my door. It's fine.
Well,
Sorry.
it's non-judgmental. The post. He has no idea what's in that box.
Nope.
It's another air fryer. I know I've got one.
Hey,
But
I got one, but maybe I want to.
exactly,
All right? You never know.
Fries and nuggets.
exactly. Fries and nuggets.
Fries.
The same time. This is
Oh,
America,
the
fucker.
magic. The magic.
I have to tell you, it's so funny. Like I use the oven to heat up. We got gifted an air fryer, and
I think that's how everyone gets an air fryer.
Yeah, it is. That's how we got ours.
That's how I got mine. Yeah. A fruit
It's a
cake
great
of the
gift.
new millennium. Yeah.
And it was because our friend, she signed up somehow, and she does product reviews for Amazon, and so they send her shit, and they sent her a second air dryer, and she liked the one she had before that, so she gave us a second one, and I just use the oven to reheat everything because I'm old school. I don't even like using the microwave. And she's like, "But we have this little oven," and I'm like, "I don't want to use it. I don't know. Technology's bad." Anyway, so I've had to move over to the little oven. And so it's been
like if I'm hungry, this entire house is going to heat
gonna
up.
hot
Is that-
By God.
That's right. That's that. Yeah,
I
I
want them
know.
to feel it.
Look, I know I'm in the wrong in this thing. I get it. I'll be the
I'm the
first
same way.
one.
No, I'm the same way.
I just like the oven. I know exactly what it's gonna do.
I am too. I do too.
When it says it's 350 degrees on the oven, I believe it more than I believe it on the little.
It makes me, you know what? It makes me feel fancy a little bit. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to rush this.
He's not
I'm
right.
Gonna,
He's
I'm
not
gonna,
wrong.
I'm gonna put this frozen lasagna in the oven for 3 hours. Even
That's
though I can accomplish effectively the same thing in the microwave in 7 minutes. No.
No.
You can.
I'm treating
I remember
myself.
one time Matt was staying at my place, in Lawrence after he had moved somewhere. I can't remember where you were at the time, and I cooked the hot pockets in the oven. And opposed to 3 minutes, it takes 35 minutes.
Goddamn
Game
Hot
changer.
Pocket
It's a
story.
game
Yeah,
changer.
I know. That's when
We've
Smith was like,
talked about
"Holy
this.
shit!" Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
You know they don't come. This is a relatively breaking news because I recently bought some hot pockets, which should give you an indication of where my life is right now. And they don't come with the wrapper anymore.
They don't?
Yeah, they don't know. They claim that they've solved the problem or you no longer need. I think this is a cost-cutting measure. I don't buy it.
I think so too.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Do
they have the sleeve that you can put the hot pocket in?
No, that's the thing.
Oh, that's gone.
It's just the bare ass naked hot pocket, in all its glory in that package.
I don't like.
I didn't either.
Bullshit.
I have not been this upset since Tostino's pizzas became square. Like I'm
with you on that.
This has bugged me. Yeah.
Like, to be fair, I mean that sounds like shrinkflation to me.
I think it does. So anyway, just a random fact for all you hot pocket lovers.
I miss circular
ham and cheese for life.
Ham and cheese for life.
It's the best.
No, he's not wrong. That's the best one.
That is the best one. Yeah.
The pepperoni.
I'm a little partial to pepperoni.
No, I do like the pepperoni.
That's the second best one.
They're not bad. Yeah. Philly cheesesteak also up there.
Philly cheesesteak's good too.
Yeah. If you're hungry enough and drunk enough,
it's all good.
If
you can wait the 35,
actually.
If you can wait the 30 minutes,
not pass out before it gets done. You're all.
It's true. That is a hazard.
Tyson's like waving it under his nose. I'm up.
Smelling salts. All right, plugs.
Plugs.
Oh yeah,
Tice go.
Okay. I already had to leave because when Matt said you only have to do your chopstick Walmart greeter every 10 years, so just do it with the monkey. I had to go. I almost pissed myself. I had to go. Anyway, sorry. So I only have 2. Oh no, I have 3. Sorry. We started watching the show called High Potential, which is the show with Caitlin Olsen on ABC. It's on Hulu. And it's about it's Sweet D from Caitlin Olsen is Sweet D from
Always
Sunny in
Sunny.
Philly.
Always Sunny.
So she's got this new show going, High Potential, where she's a 170 IQ person and she solves crimes. It sounds very procedural and bullshit. It is. But here's the deal about it. It's got some great writers. It's got the number 2 writer from Veronica Mars. It's got one of the main guys.
Oh.
It's got one of the main guys from Arrested Development. It's also got the guy who created the show is Drew Goddard, who did one of the best movies I've ever seen called Cabin in the Woods, and also has done.
I like Cabin in the Woods.
He co-created Lost. He also created the Watchmen series on HBO. I mean,
no shit.
It's got a great.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
You should. It's got a great pedigree. It's got good writers. The cast is pretty good.
Yeah.
I do have a sad feeling that after a season, it's gonna slip into like some laziness, but I hope not.
Probably.
So far, though, it's quite good. And Caitlin Olsen is great.
I love her.
Yeah, I do too. So anyway, it's High Potential. It's on Hulu. Definitely should check it out. So in an effort to try to connect more with you guys, I started watching some of the previews on Max about different documentaries that I might like or be interested in. All right. So I watched a documentary preview for this thing called Breath of Fire that's on Max. And it's about a woman who is a cult, yogi kind of cult person. She's a white woman who wears a burqa.
Oh, yeah.
And so I bring this up, and I actually just watched this right before we started the podcast because I was so. It's about it. It doesn't really matter what it's about, but they interviewed 6 people. Okay.
Okay.
And so you know how when they interview people, they're like, oh well, here they are in front of their bookcase, or here they are in front of their very nice kitchen or whatever. So they interviewed 6 different people. 3 of the 6 people are clearly showing their amazing vinyl collection behind them. And I was like, is that a new thing now? Are people showing off their vinyl collection? And I was like, I might watch this just to see what's going on with this vinyl collection thing. Anyway, it does kind of look interesting. So I think I will watch it. So it does look kind of interesting. It looks like a combination between a pyramid scheme, a cult, and something else. But it's called Breath of Fire. It was actually debuted today on Max.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna try to get in with you guys. I am gonna watch a P Diddy thing sometime this week because I don't really know what's going on with any of that stuff. So I'm gonna watch one of the 2021s or whatever
I've been thinking about doing that too.
Because I don't know what the smush parties or whatever they called, freak parties or freakouts or whatever,
freak offs.
Yeah, I don't know any about that stuff. So and I'm not and I'm not gonna be able to take an entire series about it, but like an hour about it I can probably handle. The other thing that I was gonna promote is I've been trying to read more. So I know, what a nerd. Anyway, this book is called The Animal Project.
Report? The Animal Report?
Oh yeah, sorry, The Animal Report. Here's the thing: is a complete survey of all 50 known animals, revealing startling new facts never believed before, and advancing impressive new theories of animal behavior which have not been publicly discredited yet. So,
okay, cool.
It is comic book. Let me reread that. A complete survey of all 50 known animals, revealing startling new facts never believed before, and advancing impressive new theories of animal behavior which have not been publicly discredited yet.
I like that. All 50 animals.
All 50 animals.
All 50. Wow, it's a lot.
This book was written in the 70s by this guy named John Schwarzenwelder, who is the greatest Simpsons writer of all time.
Oh,
holy shit.
Oh, cool.
Wow, that's very cool.
It is kind of like a children's book, but it is hilarious. It is very, very funny.
I like that. Okay.
So I highly recommend finding this book. You can find it on Amazon. It's like it's $16.95, so it's probably cheaper on Amazon. Very good for kids. If you have like teenage kids that are friends, very highly recommend it. The other thing I'm going to recommend, and I sent you guys this, is this band called Quivers did an entire cover of R.E.M. Out of Time.
I actually really dug that. I listened to that whole thing.
I did too. I listened to it on the plane back from Arkansas. That's cool.
Isn't it a great take? It's a different take, but it's really good. And also the production is amazing. Like how it's mixed, it's beautiful. So anyway, the band is called Quivers, Quivers, and they did an entire album tribute to REM's Out of Time, and you can find it on all the streaming services.
I actually want to I'm curious to see what other, because you mentioned another one, but outside of like the Bird and the Bee, I was not really familiar with like this concept of doing like a whole album cover, but I kind of love the idea, and so I'd be curious to dive into.
The second one that I was telling you about was this Benjamin Gitter record, and he did this band called Bandwagon. He did this band called Trip. Well, they're still around. Sorry, they're not. It's not like they're gone. The Big Star, or not Big Star. I'm sorry. Teenage Fan Club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so if you look up Benjamin Gibbard and look up Bandwagon-esque, one word, he basically did. It's not an exact note for note, but it is pretty close, and it is a great thing. So these are both from the same label called Turntable Kitchen, and that's their whole thing. They get bands to recreate an entire record. So
that's cool.
Some of the bands,
Kitchen.
Yeah. So Bird and the Bees did a Tom Petty Full Moon Fever. There's some really great stuff that some of the people have done.
Fun.
A band did Pink Horses, I think, did the entirety of Give Up by Postal Service. But anyway,
I did see that. Yes.
So there's some good stuff out there, and it's all on the streaming services, so you can find it. But if you look up the band Turntable Kitchen, they don't make records anymore. It looks like they're out of business. But anyway, but that Quivers one, I mean, this is great if you love that Teenage Fan Club record, which a lot of people in Spin named it the number one record in 1991. And they named De La Soul's second record the second best record in 1991. And that was around the time that I was listening to anything that Spin told me to listen to. So
it's a great record.
It is. It's a very good record. So anyway, those are both great records to listen to. So I highly recommend them.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's it. Done.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. Mine are not that great.
Mine are not that great either, but I am excited about them. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
I need stuff.
I'm excited about mine too, but I feel like Tyson kind of.
I'm hoping this first one doesn't overlap with one of yours, Dawson. But we did watch. This came out on Netflix last week. It's called Woman of the Hour, and it stars and directed by Anna Kendrick.
Is that good?
Fuck! I added it to the list.
Excellent. It was easily my favorite movie.
It's a cool story.
It's a great story. Yeah. There was a serial killer kind of in the late 70s and who appeared as a contestant on the dating game. And it stars Tony Hale as everyone knows and loves from Arrested Development as the crazy, which like that dude has
Veep.
He has his own story. I'm forgetting his name now, but the host of the dating game, which was like a crazy son of a bitch who had like a movie like about him like 20 years ago. But anyway, this serial killer shows up and it's really because I was kind of like well, how is this going to work, right? Like because I was like it's like a one thing. It is exceptional. Like she is a hell of a director. Really enjoyed it. Highly recommend watching it. It just kind of blew me away. Like it was just so well done.
How scary is it? Can I show it to my wife?
It's not that scary. Like it's not overtly. Well, I don't know unless she likes scary, and then I'll tell you that it's exceptionally scary.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
No, it's really not that scary. They're pretty tactful with the. It's not over the top with like the kind of it's kind of the. The murder, the serial killing kind of happens more in the background. It's not overt about it's not gratuitous. A new word today for all of you. Gratuitous. Gratuitous. With kind of it's much more about it's really good. Like I was very surprised by it.
Sweet.
She's gonna do more directing, I think.
I love her. I think she's amazing.
She's very good in it.
Have we said who she is? It's Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick. From one of my favorite movies. The what was that movie about the debate guy? Shit, I forget. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Sing too.
No, she was in those. She was in those films, unfortunately. But don't judge her. Don't judge her on the what were those called?
The debater.
The something. Oh, it doesn't matter.
That's
It doesn't
true.
matter. They're not going to watch it.
Producers, we'll figure it out.
We will figure it out. Anyway, and my other recommendation is it's not new. Went off the air about 10 years ago, but it is on Amazon right now. And I rewatched it for the first time, and that is a show called Fresh Meat. And it is a kind of a British sitcom from, I think it ran from 2012 to 2015. Just about four or five college roommates going to school in Manchester. If you've watched The Inbetweeners, you will love this. If you haven't seen The Inbetweeners, watch that. But it's just kind of an extension of The Inbetweeners. But what I didn't realize is that the showrunner, Jesse Armstrong, went on to create Succession.
Succession?
That is his next project after this.
Whoa.
And so they are nothing alike. Like it is night and day different. But the quality is there. It is. He also did Peep Show, which I don't know if you guys have seen Peep Show. Another can't recommend Peep Show enough. It's hilarious.
Okay.
In fact, they are actually doing, which these never work out, except for The Office, with the notable exception of The Office, doing the UK series in America. They are going to do an American Peep Show. But no, Fresh Meat, it's on Amazon. Really recommend it. It's five seasons, but they're British seasons. So like 6 episodes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's very quick watch, but highly recommended. It's hilarious. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Those are good.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
The Inbetweeners, that's been on my list for a long time. I should watch it.
You should watch The Inbetweeners, and it's a quick watch too. It's like 3 seasons of 6 episodes at like 25 minutes a pop. So you can polish off the entire run in like an evening, and then you'll just be you'll be thirsty for more. And then when you're thirsty for more, go Fresh Meat, because it'll leave you sassified.
All right.
Sassified. I like it. I just have a couple. There is a new album that I'm liking a lot from Fantagram called Memory of a Day. It's fun. There are some really good tracks on it, like Attaway and It Wasn't Meant to Be. I really like Fantagram. Anything they put out, I'm all about it. So check that out. And then I briefly mentioned this last week, but I finished the documentary series, which is on Peacock, called Anatomy of Lies. And it is basically talking about the Grey's Anatomy writer, Elizabeth Finch, who fabricated all kinds of shit. Like, I don't even want to go down the long list of shit that she just lied about for years to multiple people. It's really kind of gross how she pulled one over, especially on one person in particular. Again, I don't want to give too much away, but it's actually a pretty decent documentary series.
We started watching it this week, and it's excellent. Like it's some crazy shit. Like
crazy, right?
Yeah,
like she is a nutter.
Oh yeah,
nutter.
She's an absolute a nutter. Yeah. It's good. It's I wasn't quite sure when you mentioned. I was kind of like, is there enough story there? Oh yes,
well, I thought the same thing. I was like, I don't know about this, and then the first episode, I was like, I'm hooked. What else is she going to do?
Which lady is this?
Elizabeth Finch. She was a head writer on Grey's Anatomy.
This is the one that faked the salt thing. Is that right?
The cancer, like she faked
the cancer. She faked assault. Yeah, she faked a lot. Like
Again, you're right. Like you can't give too much away because the faking just keeps on coming.
It just she is churning out the hits. I mean, wow.
Yeah. Was it episodic? I can't remember if we finished it or not. Were they releasing it? Was it all
released at once? 3 episodes.
Okay. Yeah. So no, it's
and they're good. All about an hour long. I want to say something like that, around an hour. But I liked it a lot. Highly recommend that. And then I already texted you both about this, but there is a new movie in theaters called The Substance, starring Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley.
I didn't get a chance to watch it this week.
It's fine. And I can wait to do a deep dive but I can't wait to do a deep dive because holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight when Beth goes to bed.
I mean, it is drugs. It is. I mean, Jonas and we talked about it for like an hour afterwards.
Is
It
it
was
streaming?
both of us haven't seen anything like it since Requiem.
Is it streaming now? Is it available for
Tice, is it streaming? Are you able to put it on Plex yet?
Well, I think it is streaming, but I'll talk to you, Matt. Let me figure it out.
He'll hook you up with the drugs. I'm telling you, it is a wild, wild ride. And right when you want off, it just keeps going.
If you news Bennett, I think you'll find it.
But I gotta say, Demi Moore, holy shit, she's a contender.
Is she?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, good.
Unbelievable. Also, there's okay. I don't want to get. You guys have to watch it. We'll talk about it. Yeah.
I want to watch it. I'm excited.
Yeah. Jonas said something funny, and then it ended up being a Reddit thread, and I was like, "See that? I'm not surprised. And it's really funny." So yeah, we'll talk about it. But that is it. Those are the plugs.
I have a fun, stupid fact for you, Dawson.
Okay.
Former Bring Back Joel drummer Tim Oakley was Phantogram's drummer up until last tour.
What?
Yeah, no, Tim Oakley. Yeah, he was.
Oh my god, that's dope.
Yeah. No.
Okay, that's a fun fact.
He's a good drummer. Yeah, he's a nice guy too. Really nice.
Wow.
He once told me everything he learned about
cool guy over there.
Yeah, he once told me that in his band, he was in this band called the Mathematics. He said one time he once told me, and I'm not bragging, but it was very sweet. He said, "I learned everything I know about being in a band from you." That was very sweet. Very nice.
Wow.
It's very nice. Yeah.
That's a huge feather in your cap, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was because the Mathematics basically dressed up like Bring Back Joel did, but they dressed up like mathematicians and Anyway, yeah. I mean, it didn't work out for them, just like us, but they were very catchy. And anyway, but yeah, he stopped doing that, and then he was their tour drummer for many, many years. Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. This is weird thing that I just. Anyway.
The life of a musician.
If you go on Bandcamp, Bring Back Joel's Bandcamp, and listen to the live show from the radio station, Tim is on that recording.
No shit.
Yeah, so you'll be able to hear him.
Wow.
And he is.
That's pretty freaking awesome.
He's a monster. So I imagine when he played along with Phantogram, which is like, he was bored as shit. Anyway,
probably. I mean, there's not a lot of depth. I like it. It's not.
It's mostly like electronic kind of,
Yeah.
Also, he was like 19, so he was fucking full of it. But anyway.
That's so cool. Right. Geeking out a little bit. All right. Well, guys, always a pleasure.
Yes.
Wow, pretty good.
Until we meet again.
Wow. Yes, I might be going to Connecticut of all places. So I will bring a computer with me. So if you want to do it next week, we got to get our dog. Pregnant, which means we got to drive to Connecticut. Maybe, you know how it is when you got to,
better than your daughter, I guess. Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Connecticut's one of those states I forget is a state. It's probably top of the. I forget. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? If we do go up there, if we are driving up there, if the sperm turns out to be good, Jesus Christ. He's 8.5 years old.
They're hallmark of any good trip.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they're doing spells on. They're doing tests on their sperm right now to make sure it's mobile enough. Whatever.
Well, God willing,
as one does.
But
I guess
this is what we're gonna do. Where she lives, the lady that owns Wrigley, they live an hour and a half from the town they filmed Beetlejuice in. So we're gonna drive up there
nice.
and check it out.
Fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, anyway, so pictures, whatever. We'll see what happens.
Fingers crossed.
If the sperms swim like Homer Simpson's sideways sperm, then we won't be driving up there. But anyway, I'll let you guys know next week.
Yeah, keep us posted.
Send pictures.
I mean, I'll let you guys know immediately, but I'll let the listeners know later on.
I love
it. It's like a fun road trip. Wow. Yeah. A planned impregnation. Who'd have thought?
Nothing like it. In Connecticut, of all places. Why not?
Out of state sperm.
Yep.
Simply the best.
That's right.
Simply. All right. Well, that was fun. Way to end things. All right.
Absolutely, it was.
Thanks, Tice, as usual.
All right, guys. Jeez.
Oh, all right. Bye, everybody.
All right, bye.
Let's wrap this shit up.